What's bacon fam? It's your boy Shankamuffin here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll be going over Justiciar armor once again, and this time we'll be testing the armor out at Bandos. We've seen it at Rune Dragons, now Bandos' turn. As you can tell by the title, it is solo Bandos, so we're not doing a duo or trio trip or anything like that. This is just for strictly solo. And before we get started, I did get a unique drop for my first solo endeavor. So let's get into that because that is the most important part of the video if we want to be honest here. So I'll roll the clip and then I'll continue on. Yo, oh my god, I'm recording right now. This is live, guys, this is live. Holy shit, dude, I'm just recording this so I can get some stock footage in the background. Oh my god, Bandos chest, dude, that's my first ever solo unique. Holy crap. Oh my god, oh, I don't even have like, oh my god, dude, oh my god, dude, holy shit, as well as like, I don't know if you heard the electrical hums, because like, oh my god, dude, oh my god, I'm putting this in the fucking Discord, dude. Well, now that's out of the way, so let's get into the gear that I was using. Obviously, going with full Justiciar armor, and of course, going with the tank setup, because I thought tanking would be better, and since I'm using Justiciar armor, might as well go with the tank setup. So we have the Amulet of Fury, Fire Cape, because why the fuck not, an Unholy Blessing, because that acts as a Zamorak item, DFS fully charged, of course, Tentacle Whip. I could have gone with the Hosta, but honestly, I really like the Tentacle Whip a lot better. I know that the Hosta can act as a Zami item as well as a little bit better defense, but I definitely want to go with the Tentacle Whip here. And finally, for our last three items, Barrow's Gloves, Guardian Boots, because the best tank boots in the game, and a Ring of Suffering imbued, but not with a recoil status on. So if you look at here, the defensive stats are, 447, 450, 431, and 465. Honestly, I'm glad I went with the tank setup because the maximum amount of damage that Grottor did was around 29. Alright, getting to the inventory. The first thing is the Super Combat Potion, 3 Super Restores, a BGS. It could have gone with the Dragon Warhammer, but the BGS is better because it's a tier 75 and it would hit more often than compared to the Dragon Warhammer. Now we have Ceradoman Bruise. I brought 4 or 5 depending on how I felt, and I brought a rune pouch full of high alks. Now you may be thinking, Shankamuffin, you really should be using Vengeance. It's a lot better here at Bandos with your... yeah, I know, okay? Alright, I know that. I'm really bad with the timing of Vengeance, and I should have done it, but hey, I'm not here to learn on how to solo Bandos. I'm here to just do a little bit of a test. So for me, I felt more comfortable with the high alks because how often Grottor drops rune items. Lastly, well actually the second to last thing, I apologize, second to last thing is the Trollheim teleport, which will be converted into a teleport to home teleport. And then lastly, a whole bunch of dark crabs to fill up the inventory except for one slot because I just couldn't be bothered to do the drop trick with the hammer. So let's get into my thoughts. Alright guys, so for this test video, for this sample size, it was 2 hours of soloing Grottor. Now keep in mind, 2 hours may not be an appropriate amount of time in order to figure out if this gear is worth it here at this boss. But from my little experiment and from my time that I dedicated in order to give you these results, I have come to a final verdict, and I think that is adequate and understanding of for how people may view this Justiciar armor. And to tell you the truth, Justiciar armor is not worth it at Bandos. Let's go and flat out say it's not worth it, guys. It literally is not worth it to get this armor and use your money to just solo Bandos. It really isn't. And I'll go into the reasons why right now. My first reason I'd like to get into as to why Justiciar armor isn't worth it is strictly based off how, compared to a normal setup that you'd use at Bandos if you're soloing it, it only gave me 1 extra kill per trip. Now, the average amount of kills I get with Justiciar armor was 3 kills a trip, as compared to the typical set that you'd wear, or typical armor that you'd wear, whatever word you'd like to use, which is 2. It's only 1 more kill per trip. To some that may seem valuable, but to me that doesn't really seem all that great. I will say this, if I was an elitist PVMer, if I knew how to tick, manipulate, and prey flick accordingly, I bet this armor would be pretty useful if I fuck up. But as for someone who's just a casual player who does PvM for fun and, you know, just playing the game not like an elitist, this is not the gear for you. The second reason I have is that the armor set is pretty expensive. It's roughly around, I think, I don't know off the top of my head, I really didn't look into it, I think 80 to 120 mil, I'm gonna say, around that range for the entire armor set. You can buy a lot more and better equipment and weapons with that amount of money. With money like that, you could just buy your stable gear and just go with Bandos, you know, that full set, and you can go with an armadillo crossbow and a lot of other things. Your money should be justifiable as to what type of things you do within the game. And for me right now, I feel that Justiciar armor is very limited as compared to, let's say, a full set of Bandos, or as compared to maybe a upgrade to your mage equipment, whatever it may be. You can use that money for other things. Justiciar armor isn't a primary sought after item, I think, in the eyes of a lot of people. It's one of those things where it's nice to have, but it's really not necessary. And it isn't necessary at all if you're looking to solo Bandos, if you're after the pet, if you're after, completing like your little Iron Man thing where you want to collect the uniques on your own, which would be something that I would love to do. Oh my god, I would love to do something like that. But for a normal casual player, I really just don't see it. It's just too expensive. It really is. It's just too damn expensive. The last thing I have to say about this armor set is actually a positive. This armor set, I feel, would be a great starter kit for someone who wants to learn how to tick manipulate and, prey flick. At Bandos, you could use this gear because of its set effect of taking reduced damage, so you can have the sacrifice of fucking up and, being bad because you're learning something new. And you can use that to your advantage to learn how to prey flick and tick manipulate, so that then you can become that advanced PvMer and you could complete like that type of solo series, and you would probably see a huge difference in PvMing and high tier, high boss content if you were to take the time and if you use this type of gear. I feel like that would be an excellent thing to have. And that's really the only positive I can see in soloing Bandos. I want to reiterate that. This is only for soloing. As for duos and trios, I need a little bit more samples so I can get my verdict, and that'll be another video. But anyways, guys, that's basically what I have to say with my input on this gear, because I'm sure it's a very hot topic, and I'm sure it's a topic that will be used further down the line. But right now, Justiciar armor, it's a no-go. It is definitely not worth a buy.